Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, my name is Dina Auliya, majoring in English literature in the fourth semester, who will be presenting about Zoo Story. The Zoo Story by Edward Abel. The Zoo Story. The Zoo Story is a once-act play by American playwright Edward Abel. His first play, it was written in 1958 and completed in just 3 weeks. The play explores themes of isolation, loneliness, miscommunication as mathematizations, social disparity, and dehumanizations in a materialistic world. Today, professional trade companies can produce the Zoo Story either as a part of Edward Abel's At Home at the Zoo or as a standalone play. Its prequel, Home Life, written in 204, however, can only be produced as a part of Edward Abel's At Home at the Zoo. And this is Peter characters. Peter, an executive for a publishing house, an average-sized and nearsighted man in his early 40s. Peter has Catholic taste and dresses conservatively. He is an upper-class representative of the ants, however, over years, his family life is predictably normal. A good wife, 2 daughters, 2 cats, 2 parakeets, and a nice apartment in the East 70s of Manhattan. His attitude reflects his status. He is naive, complacent, passive, proper, and bored. And the Jerry character is Jerry, an emotionally disturbed man in his late 30s, anxious and angry about his bisexuality, poverty, and alienations. Jerry tries to make sense of his pain by walking from the New York Zoo, looking for another human to confront. Finding Peter, he talks in a rambling yet intelligent way about his miseries of his life. His autobiography reveals his inability to relate to others, including the fellow residents of his rooming house and the Upper West Side. The issue of the story, which is sexuality and appearance, and the theory is sexuality. Homosexuality is a sense of romantic attraction and or sexual or behavior between individuals of the same gender or gender. In the story, the character Jerry acknowledges that he is a homosexuality that makes it difficult for him to address life's problem ranging from possessions, look, and social or low enough. And appearance. Appearance is how you look, your clothes, hair, facial expression, skin tone, and posture all factor into your overall appearance. And here the analysis. Peter was in his early 40s, not fat or him but handsome and modest, while Jerry was a man in his late 30s, not poorly dressed but careless, with appearance. Peter has Catholic tastes and dresses conservationally. He an upper class representative of the Eisenhower years. His family life is predictable, normal. Have a nice apartment in the East 70s of Manhattan. Jerry admits that he was a homosexual when Jerry was 15 and admits that he felt the puberty slowing down. Jerry assents the relationships that he has with the people around him, such as his landlord, the landlord's dog, and what he knows about his neighbors. The way that he expressed his emotion towards these specific people leads the reader to make content guesses about Jerry's past and why he is the person that he has come to be. The conversation that I sorted in the story were Jerry. No, I wonder if it said that I never see the little ladies more than once. I've never been able to have sex with. Or, how is it put? Make love to anybody more than once. Once? That's it? Oh, why? For a week and a half. When I'm 15 and I hang my head and time that puberty was late, I was homosexual. Enough of the presentation that I can deliver, more or less apologies and thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.